David, is it likely that if Trump runs in 24, he will be unopposed in the Republican primary? No. Trump, if he runs in 24, Trump will almost certainly be opposed. The question is whether it will be a serious challenger. We could, if we were to imagine what is the most serious challenge that Donald Trump could face, one school of thought would be somebody like Mitt Romney runs, an anti-Trump Republican with some name recognition. I don't know that Romney gets more than 10 or maybe 15% in a Republican primary. I think the way things are right now, Trump owns the Republican Party. Trump crushes basically whoever tries to run against him. The one name that seems to have more power against Trump would be Ron DeSantis, who is essentially a more competent Trump, which is extraordinarily dangerous. Even DeSantis seems to have only low 20s. I think in a couple of recent straw polls, it was something like 21, 22% support or something like that. So at this point in time, this nomination is Trump's for the taking if he wants it. If he wants it. I don't think anybody else is going to be able to mount a successful challenge. You know, people talk about, what about Lisa Murkowski or something? Nah, I just don't see it. I just don't see the name recognition. I just don't see the interest level, so to speak, in supporting her over Trump when Trump is sort of the de facto and as of today, still widely supported by the Republican Party. I think that Trump's perspective on this, let me go back. When I was on Michael Cohen's podcast a couple of weeks ago, Michael Cohen said he doesn't think ultimately that Donald Trump runs. And he had a number of different reasons that he gave. We uploaded that to our YouTube channel, and you can check that out if you want to hear more about that. But one of the arguments about why Trump ultimately won't run is Trump is able to raise money and benefit from kind of alluding to running and doing events and asking people to donate to the Save America PAC or whatever, but not actually saying I'm running. And maybe never actually running. The idea being raise as much money as he can, get as much attention as possible, paralyze the party so the party can't say, okay, he's not running, but they also can't say he is running. As long as Trump is doing speeches and talking about, I think you'll like what we decide, but not announcing a candidacy, he paralyzes the Republican Party. He keeps people under his thumb. And that's exactly what Donald Trump wants to do. And he can just keep grifting his supporters. New report, he raised, who knows, tens of millions of dollars over the last 6 months, claiming it's all to fight the election results. He has spent no money on fighting the election results because the election was 9 months ago and nothing is going to change. But that's what Trump wants to do. He wants to keep raising money. So I also see that even if Trump is not ultimately going to run, it's very much to his advantage to pretend that he is. My instinct is if he's healthy and 2022 goes okay for the Trump wing of the party, Trump runs. That's my opinion only. Michael Cohen said, I think he doesn't run in the end. And ego was a factor and a few other things. We will just have to wait and see. But the best case scenario for Trump would be that if he is ultimately going to run, that keeping this situation in limbo prevents the Republican Party from really getting behind anybody else in particular. It prevents other people from really building support because Trump still has the majority of the electorate supporting him. And then, he says, I'm running if that's indeed what he's going to do. And he doesn't even give oxygen to a possible serious primary challenge. The other thing would be, what if Trump runs third party? I don't even really want to get into that right now because I see it as very, very unlikely. But if the scenario you think is the most likely is Trump runs third party, I would love to hear from you. One of our sponsors is privacy.com. They're giving you $5 when you sign up for their completely free service at privacy.com/Pacman. I've been using Privacy for a little over a year now. You've heard me talk about it before. It's a lifesaver, and here's how it works. Takes just a couple of minutes to set up. Anytime you buy something online or on the phone, instead of actually using your real credit card number, the Privacy app and the browser plugin let you give each company a randomized virtual credit card number that you create out of thin air. It'll even autofill the card number with one click. And the payment is taken out of your checking account without the merchant ever knowing your real information. So this allows you to keep your banking information secure, but also to take control of your finances. You can create up to 12 of these virtual credit cards a month. You can set spending limits. You can freeze them. You can delete them anytime you want. So when you do this, it means you're not going to be charged when you don't want to be, because you can destroy the virtual card number right after using it, which, for instance, I love using free trials because I know I won't be charged when the trial is over if I use a virtual credit card number. You're keeping your identity private by not telling companies who you are. You're keeping your bank or credit card info protected against data breaches and identity theft, and it's free. And like I said, you'll get $5 to spend when you sign up at privacy.com/Pacman.